Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. We are Group D, student of Telkom University from Business Administration International class. So today we will present it about the consumer analysis case study gender effects on impulse buying behavior. So the member of Group D is Revina Verania and Ulwan Shidqy. This topic is talk about case study synopsis, key insight from the case study, and also we relating them to the consumer decision making, and the last is answering the question. So this is our case study synopsis. So Mr. Kuswachada have a family textile business and he faced the struggling. Over the years, market dynamics have achieved, and once thriving textile mill in a long longer as profitable as it used to be. Gaurav Chadha, his son, is a recent engineering graduate, and he determined to turn things around his family business. So he planned to pivot the business towards branded apparel retailing. Next, a key part for this new strategy involves understanding impulse buying behavior in apparel purchases. To gain deeper insight, Gaurav focused on segmentation market. Gaurav focused on how gender influence impulse by shopping emotion. This understanding will help the business create more effectively strategies to target male and female consumer. And the last one, the study is supported by a survey of shoppers from relevant demographic, providing a critical data for analysis. However, the result presenting Gaurav withdrew decision as he charted a new course for the family business. Next slide, please. And this is we talk about the key insight from the case study. The first thing in our mind is talk about what is the impulsive buying, right? So basically, impulsive buying is purchase made spontaneously without planning. So impulse buying triggered by emotional drive or external factor such as a promotion. So the common in certain product categories, for the example like woman, is clothing, accessories, beauty product, and also fashion and many more. And man is talk about the technological and electronical. So men more focusing in their choosing. So next is consumer decision. Talk about the consumer decision. What is the first one is problem or need recognition. What is mean? So what is problem recognition? Problem recognition means it's the consumer identify a needs or problems. So for example, I realizing my smartphone is outdated is slowly and no longer meets my needs again. So my smartphone is have a poor camera and bad quality and also have a low battery life. And after that, I search the information. Information search is the consumers gathers information to solve the problem. So I searching for the latest smartphones models, reading online review, watching YouTube unboxing videos, or visiting a store to explore option and information. And the third step is evaluation of alternative. That means the consumers compares available option based on the various attributes. So for my case is I comparing brands like Samsung, Apple, and Xiaomi based on my feature such as the camera resolution, battery capacity, price, and brand reputation. After that, I make a purchase decision. What is mean? The consumer select and purchase the chosen product. So I deciding to buy a iPhone 15 because it has a best camera and fits with my budget, and also I purchasing it because the iBox nears with my home through an online retailer. And the last one is post-purchase behavior. Post-purchase behavior talk about the consumer evaluate their satisfaction after using the products. So I'm feeling happy with my new smartphone because it's excellent camera, because the battery life, and also I feeling disappointed because my iPhone is damp, overheat, or lack of expected feature. Sometimes we skip some step in purchase decision process because we are driven by impulsive emotion. So as you can see right here, for the first step is problem need recognition. We jump into the impulsive emotion, and after that we make a purchase why. For the example is I'm scrolling social media and I'm seeing the advertisement for the smartphone and with a limited time discount. So I didn't have any plan to buy a new phone, but and I didn't have any time to do a research option or compare the price because I feel so scared and I feel so fear at the time because I fear of missing out lead them make immediate purchases. So my behavior show how emotion can override logical decision to make king step to jump into decision making step. Next slide, please. So after that, we talk about the role gender in impulsive buying. So women more emotional and responsive to discount or promotion, frequently buy fashion and beauty products. And men focus on the function and technological innovation, tend to buy electronic or gadgets. And this is the analysis of variance. Analysis of variance includes purchase behavior with respect to gender, and analysis of variance post-purchase behavior with respect to gender. As you can see right here, we have we have a big gap between female and male. So the collect data indicate that women generally shop more impulsively than men. It also reveals a common issue among shoppers, a tendency to regret their purchases. To address this, the store should focusing on providing a seamless replacement process while also working to reduce the needs or replacement, the ensuring higher product satisfaction from the outset. Next. And this is the factor that influence. The first one is personal factors. So personal factors is talk about the personality, lifestyle, and past experiences. So moods and emotion and self-confidence play a big role in impulsive buying. In this case, Gaurav Chada show how emotion draw buyers to make unplanned purchases, often to feel good or satisfy sudden a desire. And next is we have a social factors in here. Peer pressure and social trends also influence the impulse buying. Shoppers often want to fit in or impress others, which can lead to unplanned purchases, especially for trendy branded clothes. Sorry. So the social factors talk about the peer pressure, cultural norms, and also the influence. Next is situational factors. Things like discount, store setup, and the shopping atmosphere can trigger impulse buy. The study show how we well places product or sales can make a people buy without much thought. So this is talk about the time constraint, availability, and also the promotion. It's like 12, 12, and midnight. And the last one is technological. Technology talk about the online shopping. Online shopping makes impulse buying easier with tools like a flash sale or recommendation. The case point out of the how convenience the targeted ads encourage quick unplanned purchases. So the technological about the talk about the motivation, the perception, and also the attitude. Next slide, please. And this is a factor which influence the choice of an apparel store. So as you can see right here, this information about the purchasing behavior, the book of the responsive in Gaurav survey belong to the age group segmentation is around 25 until 40 years. A total responses is 150. As you can see right here, factors which influence the choices of Imperial store is the first one is locating of store. So customer prefers stores that are easy to reach, like nearby their home, nearby their office, and also in the center city. Next is parking facility. Convenient parking makes makes shopping easier, especially for those who drive, right? And also the music, the right music can create a good shopping atmosphere. So we feel happy. Good music can make our emotional make happy and satisfied also. And also we have a store layout, like an easy to navigate store help customer to find what I need quickly. And also we talk about the cleanliness. So a clean store makes the shopping experience more pleasant. And next is product display. Well organized display attract consumer to encourage purchases, and we have basic amenities available of washroom and also water makes a shopping more comfortable, and also the chair like a sofa and many more. And we have a billing time. Quick checkout avoids frustration and saving our time because time is money. And also loyalty points regard reward uh program encourage customer to return and buy more and more. And also we have the beautiful and helpful staff trial room. So more trial rooms can make it easier for customer to try clothes. And the last one is availability of brands that consumer preference. So customer are more likely to shop where their favorite brands are available. So these factors help create a positive shopping experience that encourage customer to return. Next slide, please. And this is the impact and challenge. So we have a positive impact from impulse buying, right? The positive impacts is increase a short-term sales and also strengthen customer brand relationship if the experience is positive. But we also have a negative impact. So the negative is guilt or regret after purchasing, more common in women. And the last one is risk of losing customer loyalty because the customer is dissatisfied. Next. Okay. And this material will presented by Ulwan. For Ulwan, time and place for yours.
Okay, for the next slide is relating insight to the consumer decision making process. The first one is basic of consumer behavior. The study on gender and impulse buying explore how external factors like marketing or environment and internal factors such as emotion or physiological states drive unplanned purchase. This research helps us understand the basic triggers behind buying decision and how gender influence reaction to the stimuli. For the next is consumer welfare. Consumer welfare focus on how consumption behavior affect long-term quality of life and satisfaction. In impulse buying, the effect can differ. Purchase influenced by gender may bring short-term happiness, but can negatively impact finance over time due to unplanned spending. Next is consumer perception. Consumer perception plays a significant role in how people respond to advertisement or product. The study reveals that women are often more responsive to emotional aids, while men tend to make purchase based on the product practical features. This highlight how difference in perception based on gender affect market response. And then for the next is learning and memory. How consumers learn from past experience and retain relevant information for future purchase. Gender influence how shoppers remember and learn from their shopping experience. Women are more like to recall emotion experience, while men tend to focus on functionality and utility. And then the next is motivation and affection. Motivation is a key driver of impulse buying behavior. Research shows that women are often motivated by emotional or social needs, such as purchasing items to fulfill emotional or social desires. In contrast, men are more likely driven by utilitarian needs or prestige, reflecting difference in motivation and emotional triggers between genders. And for the next is self, mind, sex, and body. Impulse buying is closely tied to self-identity and body image. Gender influence how consumers link their purchase to their self-image or social status. For instance, women may be driven to buy products that align with beauty norms or ideal body standard, while men may focus on items that reflect masculinity. For the next is personality, lifestyle, and value. Personality, lifestyle, and value significantly affect the tendency to make impulse purchase. Studies indicate that women with more emotional personalities or hedonistic lifestyle are more prone to impulse buying. Conversely, men with practical values and focus on product functionality are less likely to engage in impulse shopping. For the next is attitude and persuasive communication. Persuasive communication greatly influence impulse buying. Research show that message emphasizing emotional connection and social satisfaction are more effective for women, while men respond better to message highlight product quality and practical benefit. Communication strategies should be tailored to gender for better impact on impulse buying decision. For the next is purchasing decision making. Impulse buying decisions are often made quickly and without planning. The studies show that men and women approach impulsive buying differently. Men may make rapid decision with minimal information, while women often consider emotional and social factor. This highlight how gender set the decision-making process in impulsive purchase. For the next is consumer buy, use, and dispose. After making impulsive purchase, consumers may use and dispose of product differently based on gender. For instance, women might retail impulsively both items for emotional reasons, whereas men are more likely to use or discard product quickly if they do not meet their needs. The patterns are closely tied to gender influence buying behavior. Okay, for the next slide is answering 5 questions. So this is the first question is Mr. Chada's family business is running into the ground. A lot of the other big business or corporation have faced challenge because of their imperfect attitude toward change over the course of their lifetime. Could you discuss this with sustainable example? And then for the answer is Mr. Kuswan Chada's family business, which one thrift is now struggling because of a failure to adapt to changing market dynamic. This situation highlight the importance of consumer behavior analysis and market adaptation in a business long-term survival. Many companies have failed to do a similar inability to adjust to shift in the market. In the context of consumer behavior, these companies fail to understand evolving consumer needs, preference, and technological advancements. Mr. Chada's business Being in the textile industry, similar face challenge because consumer preference and retail landscape have shifted. And then for question number 2 is comment on the rise of branded apparel retailing and its relation to impulse buying in India. The rise of branded apparel retailing in India is a reflection of change in consumer behavior with an increasing inclination toward impulse buying. Factors influencing this trend, like economic growth, as disposable income increase, particularly in urban area, more consumers are willing to spend on branded apparel, often driven by emotion rather than necessity. And then urbanization and exposure to global trends with the rise of malls and online shopping, consumers in India are exposed to international brands and fashion trends, fueling impulse purchase. Social media and influencer culture. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok have greatly influenced buying behavior, creating environment where impulsive buying is triggered by the desire to emulate influence and peers. From the consumer perception and attitude perspective, branded apparel offer not just functional value but also symbolic value. Consumers, particularly in a culture like India, associate branded apparel with status, prestige, and social belonging, which plays a crucial role in impulse buying decision. And then the question number 3, compare the impulse buying behavior of the males and females using the data in the case. Based on the case, comparing impulse buying behavior between males and females requires examining the emotional and cognitive triggers that influence their decision. Key difference typical include emotional versus rational decision making, product categories, external influence, and then for question in the case is mentioned that Gaurav is considering launching a female only apparel and how tenable in idea. Do you think it is? What kind of pricing strategy do you think is best suited for the market? And then for the answer is the idea of launching a female-only apparel like could be tenable if the following factors are considered. The first is target market understanding, and then the second is market research. In terms of pricing strategy, considering that impulse buying is often unplanned and budget flexible, a penetration pricing strategy might be ideal to draw attention to the new line and encourage spontaneous purchase. Additionally, discount or bundle offer can be employed to create a sense of urgency and further stimulate impulsive purchase. And then for the last question is post-purchase behavior of males and females are different. How? What do you think you you can attribute it to? For the answer is post-purchase behavior often varies between genders, and this is key when studying consumer psychology. The first is men post-purchase behavior. The second is women post-purchase behavior. There's difference in post-purchase behavior are linked to self-image, motivation, and emotional influence on consumer decision making. Understanding this difference is essential for business to develop target to purchase communication strategies. And then for the last is conclusion. The case study illustrates how gender influence impulse buying behavior, revealing emotional and rational difference in consumer decision. Women tend to be driven by emotional trigger and social factor, while men focus on functionality and practicality. This insight align with consumer analysis and the consumer decision-making process, showing how gender impacts such like problem recognition, evaluation, and purchase decision. By addressing gender-specific preference and motivation, business can create tailored marketing strategies that resonate more effectively with their target audience. Answering the case question highlight the need for a balanced approach that combines emotional and rational appeals to enhance consumer engagement and business success. I think that's all from Group B. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.